This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from WKYT. We're glad you're with us bright and early. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It is Thursday, November 5th.
And now at 6:30, how a community is showing its strong support for a Richmond police officer who was shot in the head while investigating an armed robbery.
And only on WKYT hear from one of the suspects in that shooting, why he says he lied to the officer who was shot.
And another threat is found at a Kentucky school, but there is something different about this case out of Lincoln County.
And we're in the 60s this morning, a really good feel to start off the day. Won't need a coat this morning, especially down toward the southeast. Now starting to see that twilight in the mid-60s. We head toward the afternoon, 75, just a perfect day in store. Mixture of sun and clouds. The rain comes tomorrow. Guys, even some thunderstorms. I'll show you if we have that severe weather threat. Coming up.
All right, let's get right to the news.
It's a very somber mood this morning in Madison County. That's where a community is rallying behind a Richmond police officer who was shot in the head.
They're just pulling together. Officer Daniel Ellis was shot in an apartment on Ballard Drive while investigating an attempted robbery. He remains in critical condition this morning at UK Hospital. Police have made 3 arrests, including the accused gunman. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live at Richmond Police Headquarters now, where the officer's cruiser is also parked out front. Good morning.
Good morning. That's right. There are 3 people now in the Madison County Detention Center after Officer Daniel Ellis was shot in the head. Last night, hundreds gathered here outside of the police station where his cruiser now sits to rally around their officer and this department. Investigators say the 7-year department veteran was investigating an attempted robbery when 34-year-old Raleigh Sizemore shot Officer Daniel Ellis in the head. He was rushed to UK Hospital with life-threatening injuries as his brothers and sisters who wear the badge worked to piece together what exactly happened. As the news made its way around town, it shocked the tight-knit Richmond community. As they struggled to accept what happened in their town yesterday, the hundreds at last night's vigil showed not just support but strength, comforting one another with hugs and prayer, letting their neighbors who have sworn to protect and serve know that they are not alone.
Those are parents, their moms, their dads, they have their own families, and it's just really sad.
It's a sad day for the Ellis family and a sad day for our police department and particularly Richmond. It's a sad day in our country.
Now, community members say Officer Ellis's cruiser that now sits out here lit up is a reminder that this city is constantly thinking about and praying for their officer and rallying around this department. Live in Richmond, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
A very stark reminder there as people drive by the police department, which is visible there on the north side of Richmond. Thank you for the report and the update, Hillary.
Yeah, they're all pulling together there. The attempted robbery that Officer Ellis was investigating happened actually at a Gulf gas station in Richmond.
Yeah, part of the crime was caught on surveillance video. A gas station manager says as a customer walked out to her car, a van pulled up to her. She says a man jumped out of the van and tried to rob the customer at gunpoint. Police say the customer fought back and the suspect left without getting anything. A vehicle description from that video led police to the home on Ballard Drive where Officer Ellis was shot. Police charged the accused shooter, Raleigh Sizemore, with attempted murder of a police officer and unlawful imprisonment. They also charged Gregory Ratliff with complicity and Rita Creech with robbery. In an exclusive interview, Ratliff talked to WKYT News from jail. He says he was not involved in what happened.
I wasn't involved. I didn't pull the trigger. I didn't make him shoot that cop. I ain't the one that was hiding in the bedroom. I'm the one that opened the door, walked out, told them they could search and everything, and then they arrested me.
Ratliff said he lied to Officer Ellis and he knew that Sizemore was in a bedroom armed with a gun. He says he lied because he was afraid of Sizemore. He says he did not know that Sizemore was going to shoot anyone, and once that happened, he says he ran away. Now stay with WKYT for continuing coverage of this story. You'll find updates, of course, at WKYT.com.
Well, for the 18th time this year, a threatening message was found inside a Kentucky school. The latest threat was found at Lincoln County Middle School, but it will be open today. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain's at our live desk to explain exactly why.
Lincoln County Superintendent Karen Hatter takes the newest threat seriously, but is saying there will be school today. The threat with today's date on it was found yesterday in the early evening by Lincoln County Middle School Principal Debbie Sims. The statement found on the wall of the girls' bathroom read, "Kill everybody, 11/5/15." According to the school, the message was investigated by several officials. Hatter said, quote, "This certainly appears to be an example of copycat behavior since a similar incident occurred over the weekend." That incident happened at Crab Orchard Elementary School, resulting in officials canceling school Monday. School officials are unsure who is responsible for the latest message at the middle school. KSP says it's unclear if these threats are related. Hatter says she understands if parents are uncomfortable sending their kids to school today, but Kentucky State Police tell us they will have an increased presence at the middle school today and will continue to investigate. Now, this is at least the 18th threatening message against the school found in Kentucky this year. The Kentucky Center for School Safety says it's working on bringing in a retired captain to crack down on offenders and train school officials to determine what is a credible threat. The training is set to begin in December. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Thank you, Michelle. New on WKYT this morning, 2 people were arrested in Lexington accused of importing and selling heroin. Jaquisha Beasley and Dexter Gully face several drug-related charges. According to an arrest citation, police say Beasley drove Gully to pick up a package of heroin shipped to Lexington from Africa. Both will be arraigned later today.
We're coming up on 6:37 now on WKYT, and new this morning, a Laurel County man is accused of abusing 2 children during a fight. Deputies say Billy Spencer was fighting with his wife in London when their son and daughter intervened. Police say both children were choked and the boy was bitten during the fight. Spencer is charged with child abuse. And new this morning, the Bullitt County teacher charged with dragging a student down a hallway has been acquitted. Ashley Silas was fired a year ago after security video caught her dragging a first grader by the arm. She was later reinstated but required to attend some mentoring sessions.
Investigators have yet to release the name of a man killed in a Lexington crash. A car crashed into a tree yesterday along Johnston Road between Paris Pike and Bryan Station Road. The coroner's office says that the driver, a 47-year-old man, died at the scene. He was the only person in the car.
The sex scandal involving the University of Louisville basketball team is going to be taking center stage today during a Board of Trustees meeting over there. Much of that expected to be behind closed doors. Author Katina Powell is claiming that a former Louisville staffer paid escorts thousands of dollars to have sex with players and recruits. WHAS-TV says the U of L board will discuss the scandal during today's closed-door meeting. Meanwhile, WDRB is reporting that Powell's daughter has been cited for prostitution. The citation claims an undercover detective contacted Brichet Mormon through Backpage.com. It's flu season, but protecting your family this year may prove to be more difficult because some pediatricians in our area are reporting a shortage of the flu mist. It's an alternative to the flu shot. The Fayette County Health Department says its supplier told them that the health department will receive fewer orders this year. Okay, so, you got to, I guess, get the shot or
it's either way.
Deal with that.
You're good to go.
Let's check Officer Don. Let's go out there now on live drive traffic, see what's going on bright and early. Don, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Early on the traffic flow, we're okay. Check out the interstate, across 75, the Clays Ferry Bridge coming in from Richmond this morning, also from Scott County on 75, and 64 from Clark County and Winchester, or Clark County and Frankfort, should say, looking good. Construction work continues as we take a look at what's happening on the Todd's Road widening project this morning with the delays between, looks like the Forest Hill over to about Hayes Boulevard. They'll begin in about 30 minutes or so. For now, they're getting set up through there, and we're working our way through without any major problems. On the drive times this morning, should be good to go around the city with no wrecks in the way. If you're inbound from Richmond, inbound from Scott County, also Winchester, so far things are normal. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, hope it's a good ride in for everybody. Appreciate it very much, Officer Don. Good to have you along on this Thursday morning, rolling toward the weekend now, and more. WKYT this morning is on the way.
The sight of a skunk, usually enough to scare most of us off, but a wildlife cam is showing what happens when a skunk really wants you gone. What is that?
I think he's doing a handstand. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out here after the break, but Man, that above average trend we're going to continue for today and tomorrow. And then here comes that cold air for the weekend. I'll show you that and even some thunderstorms in your forecast coming up.